March 21st, 2020. I'm back in Fayette County, West Virginia, on the property where back in October 2019, there was a picture of a supposed Bigfoot taken. Now that the weather's a little better, it's still cold and it looks like you can tell foggy out today and a little drizzly, but there's no snow. So I'm gonna get out here and get some measurements for distance and stuff and put out some cameras and some sound traps. This is the blind where the husband and wife had their sighting last year in October. The husband took a picture from inside the blind, just above that opening there. The area where she was aiming was down between those trees. So what I'm going to do today is set up a tripod to take a picture from the same height to that area and see if we can get a height estimate of what this creature was and a distance. Okay, we got a cell phone on a tripod here and about the same height as what the witness had his cell phone to take a picture. I've got my son here, Rudy, with me here today. He's going to help me take some measurements. We're actually going to start here with 100-foot tape. Go to that area where the picture of the creature was taken. The picture is actually right there in the area in the middle of the screen. I studied the photo from October that the witness took. I've took a few points in that picture and I've lined them up and matched them up with the trees here behind me. So what I'm going to do now is take my 100-foot tape measure. My son Rudy here is going to help me see if we can get a distance, approximately how far this thing was away from the blind. After that, if we can get the approximate distance, we're going to see if we can get a height measurement. It might be a little difficult. It does slope over back there a little bit. And I believe where it was standing, it was actually over the slope a little. So here we go. Let's get a measurement. Okay, we've got down to a 100-foot mark. It's a dead log right here behind me. This is one of the things I picked out in the picture to use as a frame of reference. So what we're going to do now is from the dead log here to where I think this creature was standing, we're going to get a measurement on that. All right, ready? You ready? Come on around. This is where I'm estimating the creature was. It looks like the trees, there was a tree here, but it's gone now. I think they were cleared after. But right at the stump here where I believe the creature is standing is 35 feet. So we're 135 feet from the blind. Now that we've come up with an estimate of 135 feet distance from the blind, what I want to do now is go to the point behind me that I used from the picture as a frame of reference. We're going to go there from ground level for the last 35 feet or so and see if we can get an estimate of how much of a drop this was. And then from that, maybe we can figure out a height from that reference point. Okay, what I'm doing next here is I've pinned the tape measure down to the ground at that point in the picture that I've used for a frame of reference. I'm going to go the last few feet to the stump, which is probably 35 feet. Well, if you add a few more feet, probably close to 40 feet from the dead log here. I'm going to try to estimate a height drop or the ground level drop and see if we can get a distance, like from this point, how tall this thing might have been. Okay, I'm stretching this fairly tightly, trying to eyeball it a little bit, see how level we are. Rudy, how does it look level to you? I mean, step off to the side and look at it. Tell me if it looks like it slants or...
Go down a little. A little more. That'd be pretty level.
Okay, so let's measure on this tree here since we don't have another tape measure. I'll go to that fork right there. It's a little over 2 feet drop from the tree up there. So we're going to add probably 2 feet to the height from that point if we can determine the height on the tree that we use as frame of reference. And that's the next step. We're going to see if we can pinpoint the height from that tree. All right, using this little tree as a frame of reference for height, I know we're a good distance from the point where the creature was standing. And this is not an exact science with just a flimsy old tape measure, but I'm estimating the head kind of lined up in this area, which is right around the 5 foot mark. So in the next 35, 40 feet, if we drop an estimated 2 feet or maybe a little more, we're about 7.5 maybe. That's right in the range of what the witness has described or estimated when he saw this thing. He said anywhere from 7 to 8 feet. Well, I've done my best to do, try to get a distance from the blind and an estimate of a height on this supposed Bigfoot creature in Fayette County. What I'm going to do now is put out a couple cameras. Hopefully leave them for a week. I'm going to put out my sound traps, leave them for a week. I'm hoping to get them in a week. But you know how things are going right now. It might be more than a week. But definitely going to put them out, and hopefully they catch something. If they do, I definitely will put it on here and everybody can see. So thank you all for watching, and it's on the next adventure.